yes, I think everybody should start to grow up in the stables because it's a life schooling, and then after they had to practice CrossFit every day. Yeah, for sure. I think it could be a better system.
Manon, did I pronounce your name right? Manon?
Manon.
Manon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because that's always interesting for me when I have guests from Europe on, and because basically a lot of the podcasts and media stuff that's out there is from the States, and they always like pronounce the names wrong. So you get an idea, you heard something, and then it's completely wrong.
Yeah, that's true. But that's fun because they used to ask me how to pronounce my name, and I just gave up a few years ago. I just like I'm name, so pronounce it how you can. It's great.
And your last name? How do you say that?
Angonese.
All right. I try to. Yeah, I'm pumped to have you on because normally I start with all the CrossFit questions, but I searched through your Instagram page and there were so many interesting stories lately that I want to dive into. Like the first, you grew up in Belgium?
Yes, I grew up in Belgium. Yeah.
And you had this one post where you wrote something that you dropped out of the school system pretty early. That was really interesting for me. Can you tell us that story? When did you drop out and why?
First, I was an horse rider. I started horse riding at 4 years old, and since my 4 years old, it has been a huge obsession. My only goal in my life was to be a professional horse rider. But to be a professional horse rider, you don't need school. You need to live. You need to learn your job, and you have to travel. You have to meet a lot of people, and I understood at 12 years old that school can't bring me a lot of things to achieve my goals. And unfortunately for me, every time I talked about it with my teachers, they used to loud at me, like, yeah, but it's not a job. Can't do that. Come on. You need to grow up a little bit in your head. It's not a job. Nobody can live from it. And yeah, it increased a lot of anger in me because I perfectly know that it's a job. At the age of 12 years old, I was already paid to ride some horses, so I know it's a job. So I started a kind of revolution at the age of 13 years old, since my 15 years old, but it was a huge revolution, I was fired up from 3 different schools because of that, because same problem, they used to load at me, and they can't bring me a lot of things I needed to. I just wanted to leave. I just wanted to ride. I just wanted to learn my job. School took me a lot of time, and it was a waste of time for me. So
interesting.
Yeah, at the age of 15 years old, my parents finally asked me, "Are you really ready to leave house to ride and to work now? You're only 15. It's gonna be hard." And I was like, "Yes, I'm ready. Just give me the go, and I'm ready to leave." And they say, "Okay, you can, but it's a no comeback until you are 100% independent." And yes, I just left. I just left at the age of 15 to work and to ride and to live my dream.
Wow. So is it even allowed to work in Belgium at the age of 15?
No, but we started the homeschooling, but I never worked at all. It was just
okay.
register as homeschooling till my 16, but I never did anything.
Oh yeah. No, but I mean, I mean, as a writer, are you even allowed to work at that age, or
Oh, no, no,
because
no.
I think in Germany it's like you can first. I don't know if you can be under 18 and work.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. You can't work before you're 18 years old, but
Yeah,
it was working on black. So like, I
yeah,
don't know if it's if you understand working on black,
yeah, yeah.
and
I know.
totally illegal, but
Yeah,
well, all our world has nothing a lot of legal, you know.
yeah. Like in the, do you know the movie Almost Famous?
Which one?
Almost Famous.
Ah, no, I don't know it.
It's about an I think the guy is like 16 years old or something like that, and he
Yes.
tricks the Rolling Stones magazine into letting him write a story about this rock band, and then he goes on tour with them. But he's only 16, and the Rolling Stone doesn't know that
Yes.
until the end, and then it's a cool movie. It reminds me of your story.
Good to know. Good to know.
What did you do to start this revolution? Did you just not go to school, or did you like, what did you do?
First, first, I said that I was going to school, but I stayed in the streets with some friend of mine at this moment, because I couldn't go back at home, unfortunately, because my parents were there, so I couldn't.
Yeah.
um, After that, so I had to be a lot of people. I grew up in a small city, so our teachers used to walk on the streets around the school.
Mm.
So I had no other options to be at school. But it was like, I think I was the worst nightmare of them. So I think they preferred to let me in the streets than to bring me. So yeah, it was a true revolution. Like, I was super hungry. I'm not proud of how I acted at this moment, but yes, it
Yeah.
was the only way for me to defend myself.
Interesting. And I think that's pretty crazy of your parents to finally let you do it. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think it's normal that parents like allow that. And did you go just full force into like making your dream come true then?
yeah. But it was terrible for them, because they were called in the director office, like maybe 3 times a month. So it was
Mm.
like, need to do something. And I was a really good horse rider. I didn't act like this just to do nothing and to be a punk and to be
Yeah,
like
exactly.
this kind of cool kids. So they understood that at this point, the only thing they can do is to unleash the beast and to let me do my things, even if I do mistake, even if it doesn't work. Just let's go, because yes, I totally understand them. It was terrible. I was a terrible kid.
Yeah. And I think also, I don't know how it's in Belgium, but in Germany, it's like you have you're not allowed to leave school. Like in the States or something, you could just leave if you don't want to, and just do your thing. But in Germany, I don't know. Is it in Belgium too that you're not allowed to leave school? Actually, like it's illegal.
No, no, it's illegal. You can't. You have to be in a system. So you can
Yeah.
go schooling, for example, or I don't know. I think you can do what we call in Belgium a work contract. So you are 2 days at school and 5 days or 4 days at works, but it's
Yeah.
still in the schooling system. But we choose homeschooling. But yes, yes, there's no secret. I never worked a lot. I I opened maybe once my courses, but
Yeah. That's good for you. I think in Germany it's not even allowed to do homeschooling.
no.
No, you have to go to school
Oh,
until like oh, what's that in English? Like the secondary school, I don't know. You have to do that.
okay.
afterwards you can decide if you want to go to like the university or stuff. You can decide, but up to that point you have to go to school, and there's no homeschooling allowed. So good for you that you lived in Belgium then.
Yes, I can't imagine if I have to stay like until my 18. I just can't imagine.
Yeah. I think in Germany it's like you go to school up to like 16 or 17, and then you can decide if you want to go to university or you want to like make learn a job or something, and then you have to go to the job like 3 years to make that.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's pretty crazy. I always struggle with that system because, like you said, there are some things which you don't actually need it for, and it's like also like if I think about it, like the secondary school, like okay, I get it, like the basic stuff like mathematics or writing, reading, listening, that's good stuff. You have to learn it, but all these other things like biology or physics or whatever, I don't know shit about it anymore.
Yeah, but that's true. That's why that's also a reason why now, because I'm older, I'm pretty against the school system and in the system in general. But we will not talk about it because it's a long story. But because it's important to write, it's important to read, it's important to have some basics in history, in geography. But if you don't want to be a doctor or a chemist or something, you don't need to learn physics, biology. It's like I'm okay for the basics, but if it's not what you want to do later, why?
Yeah, I completely agree.
And
I completely agree.
They used to they want to put you in a box, like everybody has to be the same, but we are all different. And some kids has some different dreams, some kids have bigger dreams than others, and you can't tell them, no, it's not a job, no, it's not a good dream, no, change, find something else. No, you really want this, you just have to encourage the kids to follow their dreams, whatever the dream.
Yeah, to guide them along the way, like yeah. What would be a better system? Do you have a solution?
Yes, I think everybody should start to grow up in the stables because it's a life schooling, and then after they had to practice CrossFit every day. Yeah, for sure. It could be a better system.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like I don't have a real solution for it, Like for me, for example, I always struggled. I did not have like a real dream. Like I was into music. I had a band, but I was never like, oh yeah, this is my path. I want to like, I want to be a musician. Like for example, if you know the story of John Mayer, he dropped out of school like maybe like 8 or 9 years old. He told his parents, I want to be the best guitar player in the world, and then they let him do that, and he is pretty good now.
Yes,
but I never had like a vision that early in my age. So I think for me it was kind of a good thing to stay at school and to figure some things out. But yeah, if you have kids like you, which have a clear vision, like I think that's also crazy that you have this vision at that age. Like
yeah. No, it's,
I don't know.
I mean, performance always has been an obsession. It was an obsession in horse riding. Now it's an obsession in weightlifting and in CrossFit. I never started something just to be good at or just to enjoy it. I always wanted to be the best.
Yeah, that's a pretty good mantra for the CrossFit world. How did you find that? How did you stumble into CrossFit?
At the age of 22 years old, I stopped my professional horse rider career, and I started a formation from physical trainer. Sorry, as my dad, because my dad is a physical trainer. Was a physical trainer. No, it's fault. And my teacher practiced CrossFit, and he taught me CrossFit. So basically only like this. I remember I did my first workout with him. It was something like with thrusters, burpees, and running. So he mixed it, all the bad stuff for my first workout.
Yeah.
Yes, easy. And
what was your favorite part of the workout? The thrusters?
Yeah, I think it was the thrusters, yes, because it was heavy weight, it was heavy barbells. It was empty barbells, but it was still heavy at this moment. So I was like, yeah, I'm strong. So yeah. And since this moment, I remember the evening I checked it on YouTube, what is really CrossFit. So basically I found the videos of CrossFit Games, and I was like, okay, I want to do that now. No, that's my next goal. I want to make it to the CrossFit Games, and let's go.
Really? Like from the first, after the first workout, you made that goal?
Yes, yeah. I remember I saw the videos and I was like, yeah, if they can do it, I need to do it too. So I saw very strong women. I remember I saw Lindsay Valenzuela, and I was like, damn, too strong. She's all over tattooed. I was like, damn, that's the real woman I want to be also. And yes.
What year was that?
I'm not even sure. It was an event at the pool, so I think it was in 2014, I think.
Yeah. I try to remember. I think that was the last. Was it the last? No. I think 15 was the last year Froning competed at the individuals, I think.
Yes.
Or was it 14?
I'm not really sure. I remember it was in 2015, but I think the video was from 2013 or 2014. But I remember swimming pool and bar muscle ups events.
Yeah. I remember that workout. That was nasty.
Yes, looks like.
Back then I thought like, oh, they're for sure gonna fall off the pull-up bar and somebody's gonna crash his head on the floor or something like that.
And everybody
didn't happen.
With the water and the bar.
Yeah.
It had blood everywhere. It was like crazy.
Yeah. Good that there are not some sharks in the water. What is it with you and the shark? I have to ask you that. The sharks everywhere in your writing and your page. I think I went to your CrossFit page this morning, and there's a huge shark in the background. So what is it?
It's like, since as far as I remember, myself and my sister, we used to always be fascinated by sharks, especially the great white shark. And also because I discovered a few years ago that it's the only species on the world, and on the sharks species also, but only species all over the world in the animals that can't be in captivity. If you keep them in captivity, they used to kill themselves. They bang their head against the cage and just they kill themselves, or they just stop to swim, and they just drown. Like,
okay, I see the connection.
So they need a total liberty, and that's pretty what I am. If I can't do what I want to do, I'd rather be dead than that.
They need to be like totally independent, and do what they want to do. Yeah, that's interesting. Is your sister older or younger than you?
Older.
Okay. And have you guys like been into sports since you're growing up, or was CrossFit your first activity there?
We used to practice a lot of sports. We had to. I mean, my dad is a very active person. He was a professional football player. He was a firefighter, he was a physical trainer and a football trainer. So it's like sports is everything. So yes, we had to. It was like a mantra at home. We had to play sports.
Cool. Do you mean like football, like American football, or soccer?
Soccer.
Soccer, yeah. I think that's so interesting. Like I had so many guests on from Europe, which have like a soccer background. I don't know, so many people.
Yes, it's a huge sport in Europe, soccer.
Yeah, it's biggest sport, biggest sport. I always think like if that's like an advantage or a disadvantage in CrossFit. Like obviously you have better endurance, but all the American guys, they have so much more like experience in like fast stuff, you know, like American football or what do they play there? Like baseball and stuff where you have to be like really fast at a small amount of time.
Yeah, yeah, totally agree. Yes, I think like American football or baseball or
Yeah.
athletes are a better background than soccer, definitely.
Yeah. Did you play soccer too?
No, I hate
No.
soccer.
In Germany, basically everyone plays soccer when they grow up.
Yes, but it's the same in Belgium. Everybody plays soccer. Yeah, all the boys play soccer.
Yeah. How big is Belgium? I don't
I
really know.
uh a little bit smaller than the half of Germany.
You have, yeah. I
Yeah.
remember that's crazy. Like, I remember we bought me and my girlfriend, we bought this camper van in the beginning of 2019, and then COVID hit, and in 2021, I think we made a trip through Brussels to France. And I was searching like CrossFit boxes on the way to stop by, eventually stop by, and then I saw your box, and I looked at the trainers and stuff, and I was like, oh, this girl looks pretty fit, but I didn't know you before, and after, but we didn't made it to the box because of timing, and then afterwards your name started to pop up at some competitions, and I thought like, this girl from that box I wanted to do a drop in, and now she's like evolving and going on. So it's interesting for me that you, since the first workout, you set that goal to compete at the CrossFit Games. So normally it's like people get into it, they train a little bit, and then they see the competition side of it, and then they slowly like get into the competition. Did you like compete from the get-go, or when did you start to get into competitions?
I started in competition as soon as I could. So I just decided to finish my formation. Then I started to work in January 2016 in Luxembourg as a physical trainer. And the first thing I did when I arrived in Luxembourg is to find a CrossFit box to start like really, really. But you know, it's like now when I think about it, it's totally crazy. I think in my head sometimes, you know, I have a lot of persons because like who starts CrossFit? I will make it to the CrossFit Games. Like
Yeah, exactly.
basically, I'm an owner, you know, so I always had this experience with a new member who asked me how many times he needs to make it to the CrossFit Games.
Yeah.
And I like, yeah, you know, you need to practice a little bit more. But I was this person too. So I can't be mad at that. Yes, the only difference is that like I never gave up. I'm still going, and I'm still going now because I still not making it to the CrossFit Games because of kind of bad lucks on the last years. But yeah, it's still the goal, and it will always be the goal. And yeah, but when I think about it now, it's like, yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy.
Yeah, it's really crazy. Like I think in 2021, you ended up on the last chance qualifier, like at 5th or 6th place, I think. But what happened last year? What was the bad luck?
In 2021, no, first bad luck started in 2019. So in 2019, it was the sanctional event. You remember?
Yeah.
We had a lot of finals all over the season. So I started at the Italian showdown. I was fourth, and the third one get the tickets for the games because the two first females had
already
tickets.
qualified.
Yes. Then I was at the Lowlands Throwdown. I was first until the final event, and I don't know why. Final event totally fucked up, and I dropped second. So I did not have the tickets.
Oh man, that's heartbreaking. Were you too nervous, or was it just not in your wheelhouse?
I don't know. I still can't explain what happened in this event. I think it was like maybe the destiny or something, but just I just can't explain. Then right after, I had the French Throwdown. It was the last sanctional event of the season. A lot of girls already had their. The fifth one get the tickets. I was 7. The 6th already had her tickets. Was the next on the list.
Yeah.
And this girl was Sabrina Caron, a French girl, and she was tested positive at this event. But they get the results after the CrossFit Games.
Oh man.
Yeah, so she took.
So you would have gone if they had tested her before.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, that sucks.
That sucks a lot. So well.
That sucks. That system was so crazy. I mean, like, even if you tell the story, like you competed in like 4 or 3 sanctionals to get there. Like it's a crazy amount of like competing. That's totally.
Yes.
I think. Do you think that system was totally like idiotic? Do you like the current system more, or did you actually like it to compete until you make it? Like that you have like 2 or 3 or 4 chances to make it?
I really like it, the sanctional systems, because I like to compete. I like to have more chances all over the season, because now you definitely have one chance. So you have to be ready for the quarterfinals. But imagine if you are sick during this weekend, or if you
you're
have
gone.
a weekend or something, that you can't make it this, you are fucked up.
Yeah. And even more now with that huge semifinal with 60 athletes, you just have that weekend, that one weekend. Like 10 people go. That's gonna be insane.
Yes, I'm curious to see how it will go, because it's 60%. It's a lot of person.
Crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, and like even the second heat will be so important if they run it like they have done it before, like with 10 people per heat. The second heat will also be like really important, because basically the first heat goes, but it's gonna be like really interesting until the last event, because like I don't know, I think like places like 5 to 15 or even 20, it's gonna be really really close, and nobody's gonna realize if they go or not until they announce it, I think.
Yes, that's true. We will see.
That's crazy. And also like in Europe, especially the guys are great, but the women's field in Europe this year, oh my God.
Yes.
It's insane.
Yes.
It's insane.
It's a very strong field, yes. But
so how do you make it? How do you make it then? Did you do anything different this year in your training, or did you change anything?
I did not change anything in the past weeks, but I started to work with shortcuts with Andre Uday.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
But since July last year, so it's not new, but it's the first season for the CrossFit Games. We will make it together. So yeah, that's the main thing I changed it. If not, I just started to train as hard as I can. So like just like I used to do, I sacrifice everything for it. It's the main thing in my life, you know. So I train hard.
Yeah, Uday, I had him on too. He's a great guy. Did you train on your own before that, or did you follow another training protocol before?
No, before that I started with Mayhem. But you know, if I send a message to running, you will never answer me. So I needed this contact. I needed this kind of personalized training, and Andre is, for me, I think is the best in Europe to help me to reach my goal, because he understands what it costs. So yeah, definitely, it's a very good choice of mine. I did.
I think so. Yeah, he wants to like, especially after his career, he wants to build this, like, he wants to create the best training program out there, period. He told me. Would you say that is the main difference between the two programs, the personal relationship, if you want to say like that, like the personal interaction?
Yes. Mayhem is a good program, but it's a lot of volume. Not always needed, especially because I'm working also, you know, I have a box to manage. So
yeah,
I train like 4 sessions a day. It's like impossible for me. So I need to do my 2 sessions, 3 sessions when I'm in when I prepare a competition. But if not, you know, I still have to live. You know, you don't live from cross only, so you have to work also.
Yeah. I think so. Do you have an agent?
No, I have my boyfriend. He's my main agent.
I'm asking because I have Snorri on next week. And you know, he has a lot of like European clients.
Yeah, I know.
And yeah, I'm preparing all these questions, and I think there is more money in like the advertising and sponsorship deals in CrossFit now than in actually competing. Like because there's so little like money in competing. Like, do you have to be like basically top 5 or even top 3 to really make some big money? And that's gonna be really interesting for me. Yeah, when I have him on the show.
Yeah.
Now I derailed myself. I don't know, but you haven't even completed the bad luck. I think you just told about the bad luck at 2021.
Yeah.
Tell me the bad luck of 22.
No, we talked about 2019.
Oh yeah, 2019. Oh my god.
So 2020 it was COVID. So yes, like
yeah,
basically it was for everybody's the same. 2021 everything goes online. I was close, you know, I was close on the semifinals, I was close on the last qualifiers, but when it's online, you know, you can't fight directly with persons. You just go at home and you are doing your best, and you're just like, I don't know what the others did, so it's hard to fight really. And
would you say sorry would you say that it's harder to work against yourself, like against the clock, than to work out against other people?
Yes, because when you are in the field, it's easy to see if a girl is behind you, or in your back, or in front, or, you know, it's direct fight. But when it's fine, maybe she did 2 seconds better, and these 2 seconds will change anything on the scorecard, on the leaderboard. But in competitions, we don't give a lot of credit to the time. We just want to beat everyone. We just beat everyone. We almost never look at the time. We just want to beat the others.
Yeah. Only if the workout's for time and you have like heats in front of you or in the back. But you can't, like, if you don't know the others, you don't have you also can't play like mind games, or like even in a 1 rep max lift.
Mhm.
You don't know if you just can like cruise it like with 1 kilo more, or if you have to put like 10 kilo more on. You don't have a clue. So you have
Yeah.
to go for the heaviest you can get.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's insane. Like the last chance qualifier was also online, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy. Did you have like another competitor in the box to push you some kind, or did you do it completely on your own?
No, in 2021, I was completely alone. We set it up our gym, and we asked to the members of our gym to come and to cheers me. So
Yeah.
I was alone, but I had maybe 30% around me to cheers me on. So my neighbors definitely hated me this weekend, but that was really fun.
Do you have like neighbors close to your box?
Yes, not close, like super close, but
Yeah.
yes, 50, 80 meters from my gym. So yeah.
Yeah. Are these like normal houses, or is it like some shops or something like that?
No. It's a house with my gym on the garden, and we have house.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's a street, so it's a
Yeah.
village.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's really fun sometimes because when the weather is great, I opened doors and I used to train outside. And in front of our gym, on the other side of the road, we have a restaurant, and people are used to look, what the fuck is she doing? It's like super.
Is that like a good restaurant, or is it like a fast food chain?
It, it's not a fast food. It's a burger restaurant, but it's like
Okay.
homemade burgers. It's like really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So pretty good quality. But still, like the customers sitting there seeing you working out, and they're like eating their burger and thinking like, oh my God, what do I do with my body? I need to start working out.
Yeah, exactly. And especially when I have, some long distance of farmer carry, I have to walk in the street. So I'm like
Oh,
with my heavy kettlebells in booty shorts, in bra, and they're like eating their burger, and they looks like me like, oh my God, it's a contrast.
That's awesome. And then you became sixth
In the last,
as the last chance qualifier.
yes, I don't remember exactly 6 or 5, or I don't, 6,
Yeah,
yes.
I think six. Yeah, did 2 people go or 1 people?
2.
2. Okay. Do they have a last chance qualifier this year? No, they haven't. They haven't.
They had, yes, online.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's also. I can't even like keep up with all the system changes. Like every year there's something different.
Yes, yes. We talked about it with my boyfriend just yesterday evening, and we were like, we are just hoping for them to find a system, and they will keep the same system for at least 5 years. Like
Yeah.
some, it's this way for 5 years. We don't change anything. Like,
Yeah.
it'd be good.
And I think this year there's also this ranking system, like how you perform in the open quarterfinals, whatever, and then you're ranked. And I think based on that, they're gonna like make the seeding of the next season, like how many spots Europe gets, how many spot America gets, and whatever.
Yes, yeah. It's complicated.
Yeah.
It's kind of shit. It could be easier.
Yeah. I think the easiest thing would be you look at the games, you look how many Europeans are in the top 10. Okay, basically like you rank it like that. I think that would be the fairest thing.
Yes, but sometimes we have the feeling that it's hard for them to admit that Europe is
Yeah, I think so too.
stronger than USA. And
Yeah. I think so too. But that's the problem with the sport because it's so young. I think like it started as an American thing, and they were basically all Americans until any four starters showed up. And then it became like an international thing, and now Europe's on the rise. But I think they still live in that world that yeah, the Americans gonna rule everything. But it's not like that.
Yeah.
Especially
Yes.
like in a women's field.
Mm-hmm. True. That's true.
Yeah. Will we see you at the games?
For sure. That's the
Are you
goal.
confident?
Yeah, we have to be.
Would you be the first from Belgium? I think so, yeah.
No, Carmen Bosmans made it.
Carmen Bosmans is from Belgium? Oh, really?
Yes, she's not in Belgium since 8 years, I think, but
Yeah, she lives in Dubai or things.
yes.
Ah, really? She's from Belgium. Oh my God, I didn't had a clue. Interesting. Europeans are all over the place.
Yes.
But this ranking systems, is it only like CrossFit competitions like quarterfinals, open and stuff, or is there stuff like Dubai or Wadapalooza also like considered in?
Only open, quarter, semi.
And you won the qualifier of Rogue this year, didn't you?
Yes.
Have you been to Dubai too?
Yes, I was. I was there.
How was it running up that huge thing?
Sorry?
How was it to run up that huge tall building?
Ah, that was kind of fun. Well, it was an experience. Like, we are lucky to do it because not a lot of people are allowed to climb the Burj Khalifa. But it wasn't really fun because for 160 stairs, yes, you are in a building with no windows, so you can't see anything, you know.
And you can see other people, and it's like a last chance qualifier, like an online competition.
Yeah, that's true. You saw basically no one except the security staff every 10 floors. But no, you
Interesting.
no one, no music, nothing.
Did you have time up there when once you reached the top? Did you have time to like soak it in, or did you have to go down pretty fast?
No. We had time to enjoy the view and to stay to cheers the others, and yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. So you've been to Dubai, you've been to Rogue. Have you been to Wadapalooza?
No,
Would you say like is Rogue or Dubai bigger in your opinion?
rug.
Yeah.
Yes, rug.
Because the field is better.
The field is better and the organization is near to perfection. So yeah, it's Texas, so only
Yeah.
for that, like, the place to be.
Also pretty crazy like that you travel to these places like with your passion.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, actually, I tried to get Matt Jacobson on this podcast with you too, because sometimes he joins me as a co-host, and he always asks the question if I just remembered that he always asks the questions if you have been like injury free this year, because for him that's always an indicator if you gonna have a good season. You know, have you been injury free the last couple of months?
I touching my head, but I never been injured in my
We
life.
knock on wood.
Yeah, in knock on wood. Yeah, same. No, I never been injured
In your career or in
in
this
my
last year?
career.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's
Yeah,
pretty
in
good,
8 years, it's great.
man. I don't know if I heard some athlete who's been injury free for 8 years. That's pretty good.
Yes, so yeah, I try to for me, like, I keep my finger crossed and yeah, keep doing my thing, and
Yeah.
yes.
And was the last chance qualifier the last point on a bad luck list, or what happened in 22?
I don't know if they talked about it for this season, but I think yes, I think it's the last part, yes. But I don't know if we had the last chance qualifier this year Good question.
I don't know, too.
I don't
Will we
think
see?
I don't think so, because they will decide. They give the tickets to the 5 first, and then they will decide who will make it to the games. So not sure we're gonna have the last chance qualifier.
We will see. We will see. Will you change your approach to the Open because of the new ranking system? Like basically the last couple of years, everyone told me, yeah, the Open don't matter. We're just gonna do it once, go through it. All the top athletes will be making it. Whatever the season starts, some kind at the quarterfinal, and it really starts at the semifinal.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sure. A lot of things has changed. So Open will be more important than the previous years, for sure.
Will you redo workouts because of that?
I don't think so, except if I need to really repeat it, but I don't think so, because we have the quarterfinals. We just have 1 week rest between, and quarterfinals are kind of more important because
Yes.
I qualified yourself for the semifinals via them. So
Cool. Manon, I'm always at the end.
Mhm.
I hope that you're gonna make it this year. I think you're poised to do it, and you've been on the edge like for so many times, and I think it's gonna happen this year. I'm excited to watch you. I'm excited to watch you in Berlin. This semifinal will be I think it's gonna be one of the, if not the best, like CrossFit qualification competition ever. Like period. It's gonna be insane.
It's gonna be,
There's,
I think, the biggest in Europe.
Yeah. Yeah. There's also a pretty good chance that they're gonna fuck it up, like logistically. But if they don't, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
Manon, I have a small speed round at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like I give you a question and answer as fast as you can.
Okay,
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
First one, snatch or clean and jerk?
Snatch.
Some fruit or no sugar?
No sugar.
Fraser or Froning?
Running.
100 burpees for time or 5K row?
Burpees.
Ooh. And the last one, Tier to me or Iceland?
Tia.
All right. Thank you, Manon.
You're welcome.
Where is the recording?